Well, hello there. How's everyone doing today? Sorry, I literally just got like a cough fit uh, second before I transferred this in. But hi, hello, hope you're doing well. We're on day 57. We didn't do a lot yesterday, but we did discover the whole thing. Unless there's like something here. I don't think there is, but. mm, I don't really know 100% as well as here. I don't think, like logically, how they're distributed, I don't think there is things there, but maybe there are. Who knows? I don't. But I'm hoping we can get the Vine map today. But before that, we left this in absolutely ungodly state yesterday. It's terrible. It's abysmal. We need to fix this. Mm. Also, if this is our death, then I don't know where half of our new potions are. Oh no, it's this one, right? Yeah, rage enlargement. Necrocoal and what was the other one? Oh, I think this one. Yeah, strong potion of magical vision, mana and luck. We need to name all of them, and we need to sort it all out. It's technically like slowness should also go into like attack stuff, right? Well, attack here. So, yeah, today we're gonna sort of round up things. Rage and enlargement we'll also gonna put here for now. Okay. Maybe we make like some special potions here as well. Vision I think would be more on the list up here, and then strength stuff down there. But then we also have wild growth and healing. I think those should go here, perhaps. But then again, up here I usually have like empty ones. So we have our cure all, which is like simply just healing, right? Um, and then I think our mana drops should be here. Filled up by Restorio, which is also mana 3 and healing 2. And then we're gonna add like another level to it, perhaps. We're gonna see which one. But yeah, healing goes here. And then we're gonna have healing and regeneration and something else. Vision. I don't know. I think I'm gonna first put like this sleeping potion here. And then the other variant of sleeping potion over here. Maybe I'll put them like a little here, like that. So potion of sleep and healing. And maybe we can have like sleep healing and mana, question mark. Actually, let's see if we can do that. If we continue brewing from here. And then we can go up here. perhaps. Like it's the same base, just... Right. Yeah, perhaps with this one. Oh, oops. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. So if we go here, and then we'll like slowly, just slowly rotate the thing. Okay, like so. And then this should be enough to get us a little bit, yes. And then I can water it down and we can just do something small here. I'm thinking this should be able to touch. Yes. No, it's not able to touch. Dang it. It's okay. We're gonna... There. Okay. The moon is still fine for this, maybe. And I do want to indicate like some sort of magical sleep. I'm not sure how. Maybe we just make the moon pink. Okay. This pink, right? And this is a little too flesh. Oh, maybe like that. Yeah. And then I think we want all of the bottles to be the same. Maybe we can go with the moon here as well and just make it greenish for this particular one, because it's like healing and stuff. So like so. For restoration potions, I think we can have like mana, health, and rejuvenation. That could be our tier 3 for this. And that said, we're gonna put our visions here. Like so. So we have vision and luck, vision, luck, mana, vision, and just vision. And this one is top tier, right? I think we still need to maybe make just the simple ones as well. But actually, I think maybe we can put these first. like so. And then the shield and stuff can go there. Okay, and then we have swiftness. This is just plain swiftness, so it would be like here. Now we have plain dexterity, plain levitation. And we also have upgraded levitation, which would I guess go here. Hover, quicken flight. This is just light, so it can go here. We can remove these. Because those were our temporary ones. No, I will fill this with empty pages. Just so when we do scribe in new recipes, we get them up here and it's easier for us to organize. Maybe we can move them a little more here. Maybe actually just 2 rows will be fine. It's not ideal. But it's something. It's a little bit more organized. Oops. Yeah, that's fine, I think. No, here obviously we're gonna have these. Like the darker one, like the curves and stuff like that. So we're gonna put them down there. Those we're not gonna use often, probably. But also I'm just gonna fill up the extras over here. Also just so I can see. We have weak poison, we have strong poison, we have necromancy. Part of me wants to put acid there as well. Yeah, maybe I put acid there as well. Maybe I actually switch these like so. Or perhaps Because this is weak poisoning, strong acids, strong necromancy. And then the empty pages here. We still have to name all of them, but all in time, I guess. That already looks way more organized. No, I feel like light and wild growth is like, it's an niche thing, but everyone always needs it. As well as our potion of charm. A lot of people need that often. And libido is also needed often. And we have this fun one that I'm gonna put here. This one is mana and hallucinations 1, so it's pretty weak. But is good enough. I'm thinking we're gonna put invisibility here as well, because that's kind of mobility. But then we're gonna put rage over here. So that's just simple rage, and this is rage and enlargement. And then we would have to discover like enlargement and shrinking to put them here. And I guess Hunter's Mark can go over here as well. Now, what did we say? We need a regular stone skin. And then we can put... Do we want stone skin and strength, perhaps? Yeah. I think that will be good enough. And as for here, we have our elements. Although I just don't know why we have this so many times. I'm guessing because we didn't have lava root for the longest time. We have plenty now, though. I don't know which one we should erase, this one or this one. I feel like I'm making this one more often anyway, so I guess we can erase this one for now. Which means there. And this one is kind of niche, so we're gonna put both of them down here. And then if we make another slowness, something goes here. Okay, let's just do basic stone skin. Or I guess first we can do stone skin and strength, and then We'll see. It was Harry Banana, right? Yeah. Okay, I do have to be careful around here. And just gentle. Yes. And now just stone skin. Okay. So stone skin here and stone skin and strength over here. Oh, why is it snapping weirdly? That's interesting because it doesn't want to. Oh well, it is fine. I'm trying to find the thing. I'm searching for like the little shieldy with. Oh, by the way, this tells me that I probably discovered everything that I wanted to discover. Okay, yes. But the brick shield. How am I not seeing it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Oops. This what I wanted to do. Because I want to match the bottles. And I guess it could be that. And this one also matching bottle, matching shield. That one can stay like lighter like that, perhaps. I don't know why it doesn't want to. Why does it snap weirdly? That's weird, no? Because this one snaps okay, this one doesn't. Oh well, it's fine. We will live with it. Not everything can be perfect. Okay. And now we have our different variants of stone skin. And we can replace these. See? Perfect. Now I want to go to our oil map. And I think we want to grab all of these protection potions. So we have fire protection saved and frost protection. Which means we need a lot more protections. And I think shrinking and enlargement, we should make the potions from the oil map. Just logically makes more sense. And glowing as well, because glue is all the way here and it's tilted, which means we need salts for that. But if we go with the oil, we can just have normal glue. Now some of these are tilted, like poisoning and healing and stuff. But I'm pretty sure we can get like very nice potions here still. So if we go with healer's header here, we can make our way to this. This is gonna be our base for like a better healing potion. It will be a little more expensive to make, but we obviously want only what's best for our customers, right? It's not ideal, that's for sure. Because we're hitting a lot of the little oil patches. Okay. Uh-huh. A strong potion of rejuvenation and healing. I'm guessing like this bottle kinda looks nice. Like a little tonic. Sorry, I was startled by some drilling. Okay. But yeah, then this one can go here. Let me see. Is there mana on this map? Oh, I don't think there is. Maybe on wine map though, when we get that one. Okay, well. There's still potions we gotta do on this map, I think. Like lightning protection, perhaps. Oh, honestly, I thought that will bring us a little more up, but I guess not. It's okay, we can go to glue from here. Woohoo. That was a bit scary. Okay, if we do this and then... Oh, perhaps... Oh, I don't know, that's gonna be okay. Maybe this one is better in this case. Because it goes a little lower. Okay. Okay. I have a perfect name for this one too. Maybe we want, like... Where was it? You know which one I mean. This one. Oh. Maybe not. maybe it doesn't really show that well. Maybe in a different bottle. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, and we shall call it Gluhu. Okay, I think we need slipperiness just to stop the villagers here from exploding everything. And maybe stench. Although I have some like fun ideas for the stench and stuff. If this is gonna bring me here, I could go from here. Yeah, let's just do that. Bloop bloop. I'm choosing a safer route here. Oh, this is perfect, I think. I'm hoping that this is perfect. It looks like it is. Almost. A little too good to be true. Gosh dang it. Yeah, we'll need it to go a little bit more up. Like so. There we go. Pure oil. Pure oil. A jug of oil, perhaps. Oh, well, I don't hate this. I love it actually. Okay. So we have our gluhu and we have our oil. I still need to give them names, but I'm not feeling very name creative right now. Give me a second. I will be right back. Okay, I'm here. Sorry about that. I didn't think it would take that long, but yes. If I did, I would have put the BRB. Okay. Eventually, we will have to make some more fun swiftness and more fun dexterity. But I think for now, these are perfectly fine. Like what we have. The tea I'm having right now, it's so lackluster. It's like nothing is happening with that tea. Like it's like water. It tastes like paper. Paper diluted in water. Scam, hi. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Assessing stuff. We need to create void salt. Do we already have a recipe for void salt? Oh, we do. And citrinas. Moon salt. And sure for void salt. So we are making void salt, which means we need to. Well, we're gonna create 5 substances of that. And then for void salt we need slowness, swiftness, and dexterity. Hey, that's our fun potion. Sleepy and poison. Okay, wait. Because I think we have slowness here, maybe. Yeah, we do. Slowness. A sleepy potion? Yes, we do. And poison. I don't think we have poison. Yeah, I don't think we have poison here. We can create some. It's okay. Okay, so poison. What else do we need? Okay, so we need poison plus fire plus explosion plus lightning plus frost. So basically an all-out elemental boom. And then 3 swiftness and 2 dex. So those are the 2 we have to create. Okay. I can do this. Are you okay? We're gonna transfer to water for that. I guess I can do this just because it's kind of fun. Okay. 1 poison. And we can water it back down. And I think with this we can... It's just gonna graze it a little bit. Should be fine. Yes. See, because that way 2 of the last mushrooms will give us what we need. Okay. Poison, fire, explosion. Now we just need lightning and frost. I think we can use thunder thistles for this. At least for the most part. We rarely use them nowadays. This is fine, and then here I know. Okay. And something that's gonna get us up. Feather blooms, I guess. Oh shoot. We're just like a little off. Okay, we can add this. And do that. And then let's see if we're gonna have to move a little bit. No, we won't. Because then we can just continue on here. Yeah. Many, babe, many. Okay. I think I want the little round one for this because it's just perfect. And something to represent like elemental explosion. This one has 4 colors. This one is better, but it has only 2 colors. Maybe that. Where is our little... There it is. Our little elemental explosion, and the last one was 3 swiftness to dexterity. So if we just go to swiftness, continue brewing from here. And our dexterities... Oh, it's all the way over there. It's okay, we can water it down. And just go to the side, pick up the 2 of these. I'm using water cups because I have plenty. Water bombs, sorry. And overall, I think it's not going to be too expensive a potion. Okay. Water it down. There. Okay, how do we... Okay. So you go here. You go here. Then the slow goes here, right? Yeah, that's all correct. Sleepy here. You here. And then... I think I'm gonna put up our crystals over here. Okay, just to have them in hand. Yeah, so that's all correct. Hey, and we can save our recipe for Void Soul. And now we immediately finished this, and now we're here. We need to buy Advanced Alchemy Machine upgrade, Moon Salt recipe, and create Moon Salt. Hopefully that's gonna be good then. We can finally harvest our plants, our crystals. Ooh, what's that? That's like a lot of harvesting. I hate the random squeaky sound. Eek. I get it, they're building something in normal time, but still. Unpleasant sounds, okay. There. Our trading is full here. Mm. I think we're gonna go with precious residue, but maybe first these two. And the soul specialist could also be nice. Anyway. Notice we did organize some stuff. I think this one definitely has to go here. And then our void salt can go up here. And you can go here. Or maybe here. Here is better. Yeah, this one really doesn't want to. Oh well. Then again, this one is kind of combination of the two, so perhaps we can just do this like so. But everything is more organized, which is important. We still need to come up. Oops. Oh, it's here. Yeah. We still need to come up with the names for stuff. I'm not rushing, but you know. Okay, so hello there. You need some kind of lantern that won't go out in the rain. I got you. You need a potion that will help you make slow down arrows for hunting. I got you too. A fire potion to coat your weapon with. I see. Well, there you go. I do indeed. You wanted to explore an ancient dungeon, but you tripped and fell down an entry stairs. You need healing. You'll pay extra for a potion with multiple effects, and you have a favorite ingredient, goblin shroom. Okay. I can understand how goblin shroom would be your favorite ingredient. Let's add one in for you. When I find it. There it is. Me pretending to do something. Wait. There you go. No, you don't. This is enough effects. You're a battle mage, and after a fight you often need to heal your wounds and restore your magical power. Potions would be very useful for this. I want a potion with some bonus effects. I'm willing to pay handsomely. They say there is one ingredient that's best for this kind of potion, water cap. If I'm not mistaken, my thing might be made with water cap. Nope, I'm mistaken. Okay, back to the drawing board. Continue brewing from here. Astoria. You want a water cap in. Yeah, I can give you a water cap. There. You'd like a potion that's at least half water cup. Bro, does anyone ever tell you that you're kinda needy? Fine. Restoration potion that's at least half water cup. How do I do that? Because water cup has a very specific pattern here, you know? I'm not sure I can do what's asked of me. For now, it's half water cup, I think. I'm gonna try giving a bit dexterity here. Hopefully that can amount for some water cup. Okay. So this is not great because maybe because mana has to be like a primary thing of this potion, right? So for now it's half water cup. But I don't think I can really do what's asked of me. Not really. I think maybe if I go all the way here. And then from here I can add another water cup. Okay, 6. And then the other ones are 5. Finish potion. You better pay me handsomely for this. More additional effects? No, dude, it has... Just take it and go, please. Take it and go. No, what? That's... I'm sorry. I accidentally right click randomly. Yes. Lol. Oh, what kind of potion do you need? Uh, the areas were sworn with an make. Oh, an anti-venom. I can make an anti-venom for you. I needed to make one anyway, so... Poison protection and acid protection, perhaps. Maybe I just focused on one for now. I was just thinking I wanted to add some healing to it. It's fine. It can be just a simple anti-venom. It's not gonna be the end of the world if it has only one property. I'm just gonna do it like this, just in case. Yeah. Okay. It was in these bottles. Okay. How is this? Perfect. Nice. Although maybe I did the wrong bottle. Tanglewood. Oh, I have a lot of Tanglewood. And quite a lot of these. And quite a lot of these. I could go for Fluff Blooms. Yeah. And I have a lot of these. Yes, it's a deal. See you later. There you go. I do indeed have healing potions. Yeah, there you go. I got just a thing. No? No. Okay. Oh, wait. I got the thing for you. There you go. I do indeed. Stronger and faster. I got you. Well, hello there. Oh, what kind of potion do you need? You just had a thought. Do you have a type of potion that you could rub on your hands to make them as hard as stone? Oh, okay. I do have just a thing for you. Let's see what you got. Are those the tiny ones? I don't think they necessarily are. Maybe they are. It says wooden console table. Both of them are wooden console tables. Yeah, no, this is this one. This is So he doesn't have the small ones. Oh, these are quite cute. I'll buy the lot because they're cute. And this. I could probably use one of these as well. Stone ones are nice. Oh, this is quite expensive. I'd like to have one decorative chest like that. Okay, it's a deal. Thank you very much. See you around. It's not yet time for us to restock our things, however. Poison protection can go in here. Let me just see. They look like the same bottles, right? Yeah. Oh, you do just have like the plain old square one, okay. Oh, no, that's not the one. This one, okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I had to stretch. I guess that concludes our day, and hopefully tomorrow we get some people to sell us story progress. Let's first harvest over the garden. Oh god. There we go. Oh, hello there. Long time no see. What are you selling today? Oh, that's interesting. Grave truffle. I'll buy the two. Didn't see them yet. We do have some rainbow cups. Those healer headers are quite expensive. Terror buds. Never seen those either. I'm gonna get a lot. I'm gonna get your 12 pages because that's a steal, dude. Okay. Well, see you next time. And there you go. Oh, Skyrim dude. Are you a monster hunter? Fearless adventurer, okay. You are on a quest to clear out the camp of giants who are stealing local cattle. It's rumored that these giants are so big and strong that they can send you flying into the sky with a single punch. Bigger to even understand. I have a thing just for you. Wait. Because did they even make that one? Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe I did. I just didn't. You'll buy it, but you won't pay very much. Why? Rage and enlargement. It's fine. You can take it. It's experimental. Hello, honeyman. I've come to you for a potion again. You know, sometimes clients come to my establishment to relax, choose the girl, blah blah blah. Stress, anxiety, yeah. Okay, something to relax. Well, did you try this? No, okay. It's definitely not that. And this? Okay, it's definitely not that either. Oh wait, they experience. I get it. I get exactly what you need. Oh my god. You could have just said performance issue. Does this happen a lot? Yeah, anything can happen. Yeah, fair. I mean, they should do it, I guess. Some suitable additional properties to explosions. I don't know. Just something to increase your endurance. Something like this? No, not dexterity. Okay. What kind of potion do you need? Some instrument noise there in case. Oh, okay, fair. Something like this? Yeah. What do you have? Nothing I haven't seen before. I have plenty of all of them too. Oh, wait, no, that's mushroom. It's not poop shroom. These are poop shroom. I do have plenty of poop shrooms as well, but I guess more couldn't hurt. It's a deal. Okay, I'll see you next time. You need to enchant a few items to make them glow in the dark. Got you. You want to learn how to use magic to create an acid that can eat through any surfaces. Oh. Yeah, okay, never mind. I got it. There you go. Here's your acid. Yeah, I got you. I think. Oh, do I? How about this one? How about that? There you go. Perfect. Protection potion for battles. Yeah, I got you. You need a potion that can dispel any magic. Oh. Magic protection, you say? Well, time to get crafting. I think this could even... Maybe. Maybe or maybe not. It's a maybe not. It's so close though. Okay, okay. Let's see. Whoa. Come on. I had it almost perfect. What? It's so sensitive. Now it has like one extra ingredient, but frick it, I'm saving it as is. Maybe one day I will decide to make a better version of it. Indeed, there is a potion to help. There's a potion to help with virtually anything. Okay. I guess that's it for today. Potion promotion. There. Yeah, I'm sure I want to go to bed. Sorry about that. I'm taking some cookies with my tea. Oops. I guess they would actually be classified as biscuits and not cookies. Definitely makes this tea more bearable. Well, hello dear. Yes. These are exactly the things I need. Since we're old buddies and stuff, you could, like, cut me a tiny break, right? Yeah, thanks. See you around. I do indeed. No, you're not gonna believe it. I have a thing just for you. You can use it for cooking too. And you go. That increases endurance, but to complete the enchantment. Okay. Hmm. Okay, not that. Something higher grade. Yes, of course. I understand. There you go. I think I have just a thing for you. This one. Something like this? No, well, tough. It has 3. Simple. There you go, enjoy your rat poison. It's a magical bag. Yeah, fair. Oh, these are new. I want them. Oh, and this. I want these too. I think I'm gonna buy out her lava root as well. Would like some dragon peppers, but they're kind of expensive. Yep. Okay, game, it's rude to ask people why they're pale. Saying that as a person who constantly gets asked, why are you so pale? Something to protect you from the sun. Let me look in the back. Wait, maybe. Maybe? No, okay. A potion that would protect you from the sun. I don't think I sell a potion like that just yet. Maybe like fire protection. I need to make those anyways. Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically what you need is this. I know it's perfect. You're kind of cheaping out of me, but yeah. Potion that will make you as big as an ogre. I don't think these are like really selling as well as I would hope for them to sell. But that's the best I can offer right now. A sticky potion. A weak sticky potion. Okay. I hate when they do that. I get all excited like, yes, I have a sticky potion. It's the new potion. And then they want a weak one. I can make you a weak sticky potion. Interesting. One week sticky potion coming up. And there you go. Enjoy your week sticky potion. Okay. And there you go. Oh, you want fluff bloom in it? Okay, fine. Oh, is there?
Shug.
Die.
Shug.
Hi, hello.
Thank you, Day Soka Paradise, for keeping Seb hydrated.
I'm drinking. I want to say I'm fine. Definitely been better. But I'm surviving. How are you doing? I did put fluff bloom in. Oh, you want at least half fluff bloom. Well, I'm sorry, no, you're getting that. I'm just working and relaxing. That sounds nice. Yeah, I decided to. Well, decided. I was struggling to get to the streaming bit. But I managed, so. Now I'm just taking it easy. I'm having some tea and biscuits. Yes, there is a potion like this. There you go. Oh. What kind of potion do you need? Oh, I got you. What you need is this. What you got? Let me just see. I need healer's headers if you have them. I guess not. I could use lava roots. I don't think we have any lava roots yet. I'm like pretty sure we have everything else. I wish I could like have even more plants because they're just so cute, but yeah, let me actually just check for this whirlwind if I have it. I don't think I do. Yeah, it's a deal. May I interest you in... Oh, I have extra frost sapphires. May I interest you in some seeds? No, you're giving me bad prices for them. Yeah, fine, you can have my sulfur shelf. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, one last cookie. Oh, I guess that's it for the day. Oh, ground or cave floor. Okay, so it doesn't go up. I mean, yeah, I guess it can go here. Good, I took only one. Because I thought it was roots and I can put them up. I need to take just a teeny tiny break. I'll be right back. Okay, kinda here. Sorry about that. Health is not the greatest. We were finishing the day, right? Yes, yes, we were finishing the day. Would you have a level? So we're gonna go for more potion promotion for now, I think. Okay, day number 60. Ironically, this was like a nice day to round it up on, to end on. But I think we can like rush through a few more days without doing anything too specific. These look like carrots. Lava roots are essentially just carrots, I think. Bloodthorn also grows on cave floor. I mean, I'm gonna pick up. Well, I guess I can pick this one up because we don't need as many anymore. But like, if it can grow on the cave floor, I'm gonna pick it and put it on the cave floor, obviously. Except these. Perhaps Terraria can go into the cave floor as well. One feather bloom can go away. Maybe we can move all of the mushrooms actually. Because I'm feeling like we need more and more space up here. Not you and you and over here, perhaps. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. We already have mob. Oh, we have poop shrooms now. Yeah, we did plant it last time. Completely forgot. No, I don't think I can plant anything else up here. We do have witch caps down here, and these. We absolutely need these ones. Why can't you grow in the cave ceiling? Please. Okay, we're gonna put you here. Oh wait. Shadow Chanticleer, Shadow Chanticleer. 505, 505. No, we don't need two of these. It's okay. Oh. Mm. I was hoping I can like squeeze something in here, but it doesn't let me. It doesn't let me. No. Now, where was this dream beats? I'm pretty sure I pulled out dream beats, but I can't see them here. Am I just missing it? Oh, I did not pull them. Oh, they can only grow in ground. Yes, okay. Never mind, then we don't have dream beats. I guess it's just this then. Can I like plant anything next to it? Anything? Nothing. Can I plant something in between it? No. In that case, I think I wanna get these two back up. I'm just gonna have this one here. Like so. And that should be fine. Everything is watered, right? Yes. Yes. Yeah, we got a level. Yay. Oh, hello there. Oh, what kind of potion do you need? Protection from fire and ice. I got you, I guess. Also, wait, this has been annoying me, the one that fell out. There we go. Wait. I don't think this will be perfect. But as long as I can get two. Maybe a tiny boost on health. And ice protection. Let's go. Forget, I'm just gonna waste some flame weeds. Let's see how far does this get us. Hmm. I think I'm gonna do this. Then we're gonna do that and that, perhaps. Okay, how about this? There you go. Show me your goods. Oh yes, I'm gonna take all of the purple ones. Oh, all of yours are on sale currently. I'm gonna take the lot. Okay, to be fair, I have a lot of these, so... Oh, it's Dave the Diver. Alchemist, I found some sort of cave in the local lake. Only the entrance is buried under a pile of rocks. I feel it in my gut that there's something valuable inside. Or why would the cave be covered up, right? If I was built smaller, I could try and squeeze in between the rocks to get inside. But it looks like I will have to blow up the pile somehow. You have a potion for that, right? Of course I do. In fact, one of my most popular potions to sell. Have you tried... Oh. Well. Have you tried this? No, okay. Okay, I'm sorry to offend you, apparently. This would rejuvenate your delicate skin. A weak stone skin, perhaps? That is what she wants, probably. And if I'm lucky, it's gonna be close enough. Yep. There, since it's for your delicate skin. It is a weak potion of stone skin. You want weak frost protection then? I swear these people are gonna be the end of me. How about this then? Good. You think your fingers are too long and you want to shorten your fingers, but you want additional effects on that. How about shrinking and fire protection? Sounds good. So that you may never burn your fingers, I guess. I don't know. I'm literally using Tangleweed for nothing, and I'm growing so much of it. It was just supposed to be a simple few days, you know? I forgot that she also wants like a weak potion. No, just multiple effects. You get it in the cute little bottle. No, you get one effect, that's it. Magical vision, there you go. No, fire elemental, sorry. That is my bad. I read you wrong. I got you. There you go. Potion with multiple effects, but not more than 3 ingredients. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can help you there. I don't feel like it. Something to coat your weapon with that deals additional damage. Well, yes. You don't want acid, okay. How about this? There you go. The Mushroom Man. That's a big alright, by the way. How's your memoir coming along? Oh, okay. Show me what you got. I think I got all of them. I guess I should buy less mushrooms since we're not growing them yet. We're growing water cups though and everything else. No, we're not growing magma morals. So. No, it's just 8 of them. Might as well buy them. Well, thank you. Goodbye. Why, yes, I do. Did you try this completely non-organic olive oil? Potion that will make you strong. Pretty straightforward. There you go. You want a potion from Water Cup? Why is this a red exclamation point? Listen, it's you doing this that probably puts you... that probably puts you in the terrible position you're in the first place. How do you want me to make a healing potion from fucking Water Cup? It goes in other direction, see? I swear, these people. No, I don't advise it, but there you go. Fast as the wind, no more than 3 types of ingredients. Other people are terribly needy. There are spiders in your bookcase. Boohoo. There, here's your poison. Good luck. Nothing on me right now, but I guess I'll have to go and make it because, yay, I love my job. It's all the way there. Do I have like... Well, I guess I can do flame wood. And more flame wood. And more flame wood. And let's see if I'll have to do more flame wood. Perhaps just this will be enough. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. No, maybe it's fine. How about this? There you go. Yes. It's a mushroom hack. Oh, what potion do you need? It's often quite dark. Your eyes are good. Try just this. Okay, let's see. Dread cell, we have those. Phantom skirt, we have that. Water cup. Pretty sure we have that. Just let me check just in case. Yeah, water cup. Well, I got all of these. So I guess thanks for stopping by, but not thanks. Phantom skirt, fully parcel. Wait, do I have Phantom skirt? No, I have 2 blue ones. Foggy parasol and shadows until air. I don't have that one. Okay. Okay. Maybe give me this one. It's a deal. Anyway, maybe I'm missing something else, but let me just check for that green one. Yeah, I do. It's here, mushroom. Okay. Well, thank you. And good night, I guess. Okay, we leveled this to 5. But I think this is all I got in me for today. I know it's quite short string, but I'm recovering from hospital, so I'm trying to, explain to myself that yes, it's fine if I don't have long streams currently. But yeah, I really need to rest. Thank you guys for hanging around. I'll see you all later, tomorrow, something. As always, until then, stay excellent, okay? Sleepy time. Bye.